My name is Mike Surjadi. I'm a Diamond Master from Atomy, Canada, and I've been doing Atomy for 3 years. But let's go back from before I met Atomy. So I've been grown up in a family where my dads are business people. It means they were not employees. So from the very beginning, I always wanted to have my own business as if you are grow in the business culture that you probably seen your parents doing this business, doing that, and of course when you grow up you also want to have that kind of business. But when I finished my studies in my early 20s, I didn't I didn't spend my time in building the business, but instead I was wasting my early life playing games. So most of the day that I've finished work, then I just go to a game center. And by the way, I'm from Indonesia, so I live in Jakarta. And in Jakarta, back then there were a lot of game centers. So after work, I went there. And sometimes I sleep there, and I went home like really early in the morning, like 5 in the morning, and then I go back to work at 8 in the morning. So that was my life when I was early 20s. So I was just wasting my life back then. I wasn't thinking about building a business or anything. And 2004, I actually had my own game center. That was my first business mindset. Why did I give my money to other people? But instead I give it to myself because I also love playing games. But my parents wasn't seeing any future in myself, so they quote unquote kicked me from Indonesia to Canada back in 2005. So 2005, I landed in Canada, and I only brought, but before I went, of course, I get married first with my wife, and then I went myself to Canada just by myself and just brought just enough money to rent for one year. But I really had to fight. I really had to strive from zero in Canada. Most of you probably, if you are living in outside of your countries, if you're an immigrant, you know how it feels, right? You know how it feels to live in other people foreign country. It's not easy, and I've been working anything like from delivering flyer early in the morning. I work in the factory. I work in the printing. You name it. I work as data entry. I just all over the world, all over the places, just to make the ends meet. So people think that if you live in USA, Canada, your life will be beautiful, but it is not like that. When you're a foreigner in other countries, of course, you have to really work really hard, because not because of you don't want to, you want to make a lot of money, but you just want to survive in other people's country. So that was my life in the early 30s when I landed in Canada. So I was involved in a lot of employment, changing jobs. I wasn't thinking of building on my own dreams, but I was actually helping my boss's dream, bosses after bosses. And then one time I was thinking, oh, why did I spend in my last 10 years in my 30s building somebody else's dream, but not my own dream? But if you are really in the hardship of life, of course, you're not thinking about your dream. What you're thinking is, what can I bring food to my family on every day, right? Every night. Can they survive tomorrow morning? So that was my mindset when I was 30s. So when I hit 40, 41, Atomy came to my life, and that time I wasn't really looking for an extra income, because I was already in the comfort zone, right? So I was already in the comfort zone. I was thinking about making extra income, and actually I looked down into the Atomy business. So that was my previous life before I met Atomy, but I want to focus about my journey or my road to success before Atomy and then through Atomy. So the beginning, it was August 2018, like I said, when a friend came to our house in the evening, and then we had, like Asian culture, when somebody else come to our house, we serve dinners, we serve foods, and then after we have a little chat, and he actually went back to his car, bring a box of natural products, like daily necessities products. So he tried to sell all this kind of product, but I'm okay. Especially my wife, she was really crazy about herbal stuff, natural, organic, those kind of stuff. She's really interested. So we ended up buying about $100 worth of product. And after we picked like evening care, I think the toothpaste, toothbrush, hand soap, gloves, some other small items. I thought to my friend, it's fine, okay, $100, okay. And then after I paid, and he said, "Oh, Mike, there are points, you could get membership for free." And those two words actually is like it rings up my MLM sensor, because I've been in different MLMs since I was high school, and I've been trying as many as MLM that I could, and it's always failed. So I was thinking that this is just another scam, right? It's not about the company. They scam me because I wasn't competent enough to succeed in those companies, because I probably didn't have the skill. I lack of skill. I lack of skill of speaking, skill of selling, and skill of recruiting. Of course, if you don't have those three, you're not gonna be succeeding in anything, right? So I rejected my friend. I said, it's fine. I'm not interested, because I remember back when I landed in Canada 2005, I joined one company from America, USA, and I ended up spending money every month because I love their products, but making money, no. I didn't even make $1. So back then, in 2005, I decided that was my last year that I want to be involved in any level marketing. I wasn't really interested. But 2018, when my friend came to me with this offer to join Atomy, and I rejected because I was in the comfort zone. I was already in the comfort zone where I make not a lot of money. Enough income, right, to support my family. I have my own house. I have my own car. I don't really need to look for an extra dollars to bring to home, because if I go back three years before that, which is like 2015, I was in the deepest valley in my life. Like I was in when I went to the bank told me, "Mike, you don't have enough money. You actually minus in your balance in the bank account." 40 years, I never had zero balance in my bank account. But that day, I still remember April the 10th, 2015, when I went to the bank, my balance was minus 355. So that was the moment I was thinking, how can I support my family if I had minus, not even zero, minus? I owe money to my bank. How can I pay my mortgage? How can I feed my family? How can I pay anything, right? About my car loan, everything. So that moment I was working really hard in my employment. So I was able to go up the rank in my employment, which is my company, and then I become a manager there. So after I become manager, that really a God's grace. I can pay anything at that moment. From a person of lacking and then a person of abundance at that moment. I was feeling that my life was getting better and better every year. I can see my income increase. Then 2018, I wasn't really looking for anything. So I was refusing my sponsor really gracefully, really respectfully. I said, how much was the compensation plan? And then he mentioned $70 Canadian. So I'm not sure, but in Malaysia, maybe like 200 something, right? 200 ringgit. So I looked down. I said, I work in my heart. I was talking to myself. I work a day for my company. I make like multiple times of this compensation plan from Atomy. So I wasn't really looking. $70 is pretty much like I went to a restaurant for one meal with a whole family. That's it. But we ended up had a little fight with my wife. My wife really scolded me, Mike. Why did you reject our friends? Because this is free anyway, right? You're not being asked to pay any money up front. You are not asked to make a purchase every month. This is pretty much like you go to the supermarket. If you like it, you buy. If you don't buy, right? I said, yeah, but this is MLM. You know this MLM, you are going to be involved in a lot of meetings, a lot of recruiting, a lot of selling. Then my wife said, okay, if you don't want to join, I will join. My wife ended up joining. And then in front of my friend, I said, okay, if you join, I will not be involved in any meetings, anything to grow the company, grow the business. I'm not going to be involved because I thought I already enjoyed my work life, right? Being an employee. And then I asked my wife, and actually that night I tried the shampoo because that was the product that really sold me into Atomy. When I tried the shampoo, because I used to have dandruff, I wasn't able to wear any black or dark clothing because at the noontime I would have dandruff all over my shoulder. So after like 40 years, I've tried so many shampoo, but never worked. I tried a lot of doctor prescribed shampoo. It worked, but it gave me like a hair fall. Yes, I don't have dandruff, then I don't have hair either. So I don't want to use those. So after I used that night, the shampoo, the next morning when I went to work, I didn't see any dandruff. So I was skeptical. I said, maybe this is just a coincidence, okay? Then I switched back to my old shampoo, and then the dandruff came back. Then I switched back to Atomy shampoo, the herbal shampoo, gone. Then I said to myself, oh, wow, this product is really good. I don't know what's inside, but it really worked on my dandruff. So I told my wife, how was the evening care or the product that you use? We use the toothpaste and toothbrush. They are amazing. Even though at first we didn't like the taste, kind of sweet. But after a while, we get used to it. Then I told my wife, okay, I think we spent too much, right? Let's return one of the product, which is the evening care, which is the most expensive from the product that we purchased. So I ended up calling my sponsor. Hey, sponsor, I wanted to return one of the product. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's meet up at the center. And then the next Tuesday or Thursday, we ended up meeting at the center just to the point of returning one of the product, the evening care. And I met my amazing upline, Sharon Rose Master. She's an amazing leader. And then at that center, she actually asked me, Mike, why did you want to return? I said, oh, I just made up a story. I just made up an excuse. I said, oh, my wife had a little breakout, this and that. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's called detox. And then she actually ended up giving him a facial. That's her, Sharon Rose Master Eddie Jones. She's actually here. So she ended up giving you a facial. I was just finished work. As you can see, I was really like relaxed when you work in my company. I could wear short, I could wear t-shirt. It's fine as long as the job is done. So she gave me a facial, and after she peeled out the mask, I never looked my face as shiny as that was. That was the first time I looked at my skin really shine. I was actually surprised because, man, right? We don't wash our face. We just wash with whatever available in the washroom. Even with the hand soap, we just wash it, right? We don't care about our face. But at the moment I said, what did she put on my face? And then why my skin was glowing? And then I asked her, okay, this is a set of products, and then this actually I used your evening care that you wanted to return. Okay, and then I said, okay, don't return it because half a facial in Canada is like $150, right? The minimum. But she gave me a lot of amazing product that's like $300. I said, okay, I'll take it back because eventually I'm gonna use it and my wife will use it anyway. So there was an Indonesian leader at the center, and he was actually the top leader of Indonesian in Toronto, Canada. Then I asked him, can you explain to me about Atomy? And then he told me, Mike, this is the big moment for you to become successful. Why is that? He said, in October 2018, Indonesia is going to open. Indonesia market going to open. So as a usual MLMer that always failed, when you hear a new company is opening, your sensor is gonna ring out again, right? Oh, this is my biggest chance to become successful in this company. Because first, they just open. And second, maybe I could be the top pyramid, right? Like all MLM, we always think a pyramid, right? If I could be to be one of the 3% of the top pyramid, I could be really, really successful. Okay. Now I really want to know more about Atomy. And then I asked my upline, my upline here, can you explain to me about the compensation plan? And then she gave me one-on-one presentation on the chalkboard. She told me, oh, 300 here, 300,000, right? And then you could earn commission daily. And then I thought to myself, you said daily? Okay, how much is 300,000? Oh, that's about $600 to $700 daily. That's about $1,200 to $1,400 daily. I thought to myself that she was just saying BS, right? So I can feel better, so I don't feel bad about getting the products, right? I said to myself, there's no way that I could get 300,000 PV every day on my left and on my right. Okay, but what I was interested was Indonesia market is gonna open. That's it. That was my turning point of to be interested in Atomy. So I went home and I researched about Atomy. I just Google it, YouTube it, right? I just want to find that people review about Atomy. I hope that I could find people said, oh, Atomy was a scam. Atomy was bad this and the bad that, right? I just want to find a negative thing about Atomy. But the more that I research, the more positive video that pops up. That CEO Hangil Park pops up, and then Dr. Lee pops up, and other leaders from USA pops up, because there wasn't a lot of video anyway back then. Even in Canada there wasn't a lot of video from Canadian member. So I listen and I re-listen. I listen about the company model from Hangil Park. I was blown away because I never heard such a company, and especially in the network marketing, explain about our company model, right? Cherish the spirit. We usually use people. To be honest, right? We use people for our benefit. Even in your workplace, all these managers, all these supervisors, they use us, right, for their benefit. Do you think that it's for our benefit as an employee? No, but that's really natural in this life. People use people for their own benefit. But in this company called Atomy, I was surprised that our CEO Park said, "Do not use people or love money, right? But instead, you have to love people and use your money." This is like reverse. And of course, because my background is Christian, it really aligns with my faith that we really have to cherish all these people, right? Cherish all this spirit, all the love, people surround us. So ended up, I keep listening. I couldn't sleep. I literally sleep like 2, 3 in the morning because I just want to listen, keep listening over and over about the company model. And then what happened? In September, there was my first one-day seminar invited by my upline, Mike. Why don't you join our seminar? And back then I wasn't really interested because first I live really far. I live like 2 hours drive one way, right? So every day I drove like at least 4 hours. If I had to drive back to the seminar, that means I have to spend another 1 hour go there and then 1 hour come back to the home, right? That's another 6 hour driving on that seminar. But she said, just come, right? Just come and see our Atomy company in the bigger picture. So I actually came with my wife and with my son. After drove back 2 hours, I actually sit at the very front because I wanted to learn about the Atomy. And then I actually brought some of my members as well, and of course with my partner as well, my sponsor, my appliance, right? They're amazing people. So we ended up learning, and I wasn't really impressed. I was impressed to one lady. She went to the States. She actually said, "Oh, I just started Atomy 2 months ago, and I actually received my first commission." And from her testimony, it actually inspired me. Really? An auntie, like maybe she was like 50 something, right? I said, even 50-year-old lady can make income in 2 months. And I used to be an MLM as well, so I know a little bit more than her, right? I know better than her a little bit. So I set my goals that I said to myself, okay, in 2 months, I will make my first commission. I don't know how, but I will make my first commission. So that was my first goal in my first one-day seminar. I just want to have one single paycheck. That's it, $70. Not because I want the money. Like I said, I don't really need the money. $70 to me back then was nothing. I just want to prove it that this system works, this system that say that you can make money works. That's my point, because I never make any dollar in my previous MLM. So I ended up attending the Success Academy, which happening in October. In Canada, we only have twice a year for Success Academy, the bigger event. And not just attending, actually my upline, she asked me again, Mike, do you want to speak at the States, on the States? What do you mean speak? Okay, you just share your testimony of how you met Atomy. I said, no way, I would love to stand up on the stage. How many people attending? I asked her. Usually around 700, sometimes 800, if most like 1,000. No way I will be standing in front of 700 people. No way. I'm a person, I'm actually four sibling. I'm the second one. I'm really shy out of the four, and I wasn't able to speak in front of my family. When I was have a family meeting, I was just stuttering, right? I wasn't able to present anything in front of my family, even in front of the class. In front of 700 people, I said, no way. And she actually convinced me. She said, Mike, are you serious in Atomy? I said, of course I want to be successful in Atomy. If you're serious, if you want to be successful in Atomy, this is your selling point. You could be standing up there, and then we could record you a video, and then you could use this as your marketing tools to share about your business, Atomy. Okay, as a person of business, you know how to weigh loss and profit, right? Okay, if I stand up in front of people, oh, it's only 5 minutes. She said it's only 5 minutes. Okay, that's my loss. It means I was nervous sharing about Atomy, but after the 5 minutes, I have lifetime of my video, right? That I can share to my members, to my prospect, to my groups, eventually to my big groups, right? That's my profits. So after weighing this loss and profit, I said, okay, more profits than loss, right? It's only 5 minutes. Okay, I will do it. That was me. October 2018, I standed up my first time in front of a big crowd, facing my fear, actually beating my fear, have courage because I look at my profits. I was sharing about how I met Atomy, that I told just similar like I just shared to you, that my wife really loved about this product, and similar, it's very same. But I also set myself that I set my goals over there. And what was the change? The change was that moment, the moment that I stood up at the States. There was my first Success Academy in October 2018 that I wrote my life scenario. Because life scenario is just like a Bible. It's just like a roadmap or a blueprint of your own life. I cannot imagine that you never set your own roadmap to success, but you actually, in your workplace, you are setting up your boss's roadmaps, right? If you're a manager, you set up your success goals, right? Your team success goal. But what about our life? Have we ever done it? I never done it. I was 41 years old. I was living a life with no dreams. What that meant was I was just living a life for my boss's dream. My boss drove a BMW. A few months later, he changed it to Mercedes. Few months later, changed to Bentley. Months later, changed to Porsche. I drove the same car for the past 10 years. So that was really my eye-opening, listening about the life scenario. So when I wrote down my first book, I didn't know what to write. I was pretty much write everything. I want to become Imperial Master next year. I just want to make this amount of, I didn't know. But I wrote down my life scenario because this will be your GPS to where my life will go, right? And the second thing is I created my dreams. All the dreams that I lost, right? I wanted to become a business person. I want to have this amount of income. I want to have this kind of house. Those dreams, I put them back into my life scenario. Person that I want to help, right? I want to contribute to my my church, right? Because I never donated to my church, right? To be honest, I never gave a tithing to my church before I met Atomy because I was living a life of enough. I don't have abundance, right? So the third one, I created my goals. After I created my long dreams, like long-term dreams, of course, I have to create my short-term goals, right? How to achieve it. And then I wanted to become a sales master. So when I was at States, I told to the audience, 700 to 800 people, my next short-term goals, I will be a sales master. I want to become a sales master. And then last one, I want to become a good leader because I know I didn't have a good sponsor, right? It didn't mean he neglected me. I really grateful that he shared me to me, but he wasn't really coaching me. He wasn't really guiding me to how to understand about this product because most of the question that I asked him, sponsor, do you know how to make this income? I don't know, Mike. How about the absolute? How do you use it? What's the best in this? I don't know. What about Himoim? I don't know. What's the best product for this? I don't know. All his answer is always, I don't know. So that's why I created my own YouTube channel, Atomy International, because all the answer that he answered me was, I don't know. So I went to CS Atomy. I went to YouTube. CS Atomy, you can download the content, right? I downloaded the content. I uploaded it to my channel because whenever I have question, I just go to my channel. It's faster than go to CS Atomy, find for the leaders, find for the file, right? So this way I have access 24/7. In just seconds, I can get it. And then later down the road, when I have members, I just grab it from my channel. Here's the link, right? It's easy for me to learn. That was my intention for my YouTube channel. So the challenge is, after I created all this amazing, like beautiful set of goals, right? Of course, there are challenges. Life always full of challenges. This is the challenge. The first challenge was when Indonesian market opens. On the October 24th of October of 2018, I already prepared my personal PV to 700,000. I'm sure you leaders will laugh at me. Why Mike increased his personal PV to 700,000? I didn't know. Not my upline's fault. Nobody's fault. It's my fault because I didn't learn about compensation, right, properly. So I thought that myself that Indonesia market open, 700 personal PV, I will be sales master, 2.5 million, right? I already set it up a perfect lineage. It means it is balanced. I have balanced member in Canada. I have balanced member in Indonesia. This Indonesia market open, it will balance out my other leg. That was my thinking, right? But the reality was, within that 2 periods, right, I only had less than $300,000, 300,000 PV. So what that translate? I wasn't becoming a sales master, right? Because we only have 7 days left in October. Then in November, I was thinking, okay, let me try again. 2.5, never happened. 300,000, that's the only PV that I get from Indonesia. Where are the PV? Where are the PV from Absolute, from the Skincare 6, right? There was some the fame. There was Skincare 6. All the PV was like 3,000 for the shampoo, 2,000, 5,000 for toothpaste. If 2,000, 5,000, how can I become 2.5 million? There's no way. That was my first challenge. No result as expected. Yeah, because I was expecting to be sales master. I told to the audience 2 months ago that, in October, I told to the audience that I will become a sales master, right? So the next time when I stand on the podium, I said to myself that I have to be a sales master. I had to be. But with this, there's no way. Because in April, there's going to be another Success Academy, right? I wanted to become a sales master really bad. And second, there's no business partners. Of course, when you didn't become a sales master, you didn't create a business partners. All you had were just consumer, right? Yeah, I had a lot of consumer, but this consumer just buying small item in Indonesia. Oh my, the price was expensive. I couldn't afford it, right? I can afford just four tube of the small toothpaste, right? Okay, that's fine, right? No business partners. I actually almost gave up. I almost gave up because within this 2 months from August to October, I worked like crazy. When I say crazy, I only sleep for 4 hours. The most 4 hours. Most of the time like 3 hours, 2 hours. And then I wake up in the morning, I drove 2 hours to work, sleepy at work, right? and then I have to drove back again for 2 hours to home for the whole 2 months. I said to myself, what's the point of working 300 hours? And I actually get my first paycheck in October. I actually got twice, $140. I was happy because I proved to myself this system works, but I wasn't happy with the result of Atomy Indonesia, where I had the dream that I could be the top pyramids, right? Remember, I want to become the top 1 to 3% when Indonesia market open. I wasn't even 1% there. I was probably at the very bottom 1%. So I almost gave up. But what really made me come back was this video. So the comeback was, I created that video, right? At my lowest point, early of 2019, the moment that I wanted to give up, I actually had a choice of giving up or keep continue. But if I gave up, do I have a better choice? I didn't, right? I didn't have a better choice. It means I go back to my employee life. With employee life, of course, I had no freedom. I wanted to have my own freedom. So I created that video in February just to motivate myself. Do not give up. Do not give up. Whenever I wanted to give up, I always play back to my video in my channel, right? I just turn it on, look it up for 1 minute, I get motivated again. Because I vision myself that I wanted to become a good leader. I wanted to become a true leader and a global leader. That was always my dream when I always in my lowest point. What happened was after I created that video, 2 months later, I become the sales master. That is the power of your own beliefs. When you believe that you become something, your life will happen to what you believed. What happened if I didn't create that video? Probably there's no meeting tonight, right? Probably I ended up being an employee. I ended up going back to my comfort life, right? Because I created that short video, that 1 minute video, it inspired me until today, right? Until today, I wanted to become a good leader. Then what happened? In November, I was invited by Atomy Canada to share about the Sales Master speech. For 5 minutes, I set the same goals when I stand up during my first, during my first share when the Success Academy. I said to the audience that I wanted to become a global leader, sitting at the front with all these global leaders. That is always my goals. And the next goal will be, I will help a lot of my partners to become sales master. Because in Atomy, you are succeeding alone, you will not success. You will not have your success if you succeed alone. So you really need to help a lot of partners to become successful. That was my goals back then. Then in August, in the same year, I was invited by Atomy Indonesia to share about life scenario. And actually, remember when I said to myself during my first Success Academy, on the next stand-up in the States, I must become a sales master already. And it actually happened. This is actually my second speech on the Success Academy, second time in Indonesia, in front of 1,000 audience. And I was still trembling, I was still nervous, right? Because I'm not used to standing in front of a large crowd. But I invited all the audience, including the global leaders, Royal Master, Crown Leaders Club, Royal Leaders Club, to stand up with me, to shout about the company motto, because I'm really proud about the company motto. So all these people, I invited them to stand up with me. I share passionately, right? I share really about my passion in Atomy in that moment. In the second thing is, I kept plug into the system. This is the key. When you are down, if you stop plugging to the system, you're gonna be like a dead branch. Remember, if you're dead branch, if you're branch that if you take it off from the trunk, what's gonna happen? It's gonna dry. Eventually, it's gonna die, right? So I kept plugging into the system, regardless I get the result or not. I keep attending all the seminars patiently, expectantly, right? Because we only have once a month seminar. I always ask my upline, when is the next meeting? When is the next Zoom meeting? When is the next seminar? I always keep plugging, you know this, right? Jason Shim, Royal Master. So I sit with my uplines. Once in a while, yes, my member came with me, but the next seminar, they're gone, right? It's very normal, right? So when I attended all these meetings, most of the time I was alone. Most of the time I were with my uplines. But if you're with your uplines, were there any benefits for you? No. You only have benefit when you attend with your members, with your downlines. But I didn't think about that. What I think is I have to keep learning for myself. Why? Because I wanted to become a good leader. Leader always learn. Leader never stop learning, right? I keep attending one after one for years until COVID, of course, right? When the COVID happens, look at here. This is a snowstorm. This actually was the last seminar I attended. It was a snowstorm, and there was a news that you must stay home because there would be like at least 30 centimeter or to 50 centimeter of snow gonna be being poured that evening. But I said to myself, if I stop attending, then I'm gonna like a dead branch. It means I'm not growing. Then I just fought into the midst of the snowstorm. It took me 2 hours to get to the seminar. Really, really slow because I'm really afraid of my car getting into the ditch. So I get to the seminar. I took a photo with my beautiful uplines, right? I made it. I made it on time, and then we had a best seminar, right? I met our big uplines. She is a Crown Leaders Club member, Royal Master and Emily, and I learned a lot, right? There was a moment that really I remember before the COVID hits. Then we had no seminar until today. I still miss those moments where we have a lot of partners attending, a lot of successful minded people, right? Attending about 700 people. I really miss those moments. But this is the key. We have to keep plugging to the system in spite of whatever the result that you are facing, right? And this is my first seminar with the top left over here, right? This was Royal Master Okili. She's actually the first Crown Master in USA. And I wasn't understanding about the pin. Back then I was looking at, that's a funny looking pin, like a swan, right? I also have my own pin on my shirt, a bird logo. It was one of the brand in Canada, the brand, but I wasn't understanding about what is the pin for. But after a while, I look at it. She's actually I think she was almost 80 years old. She was making over $200,000 a year. I was surprised. Really? Looks like a grandma to me, right? A grandma is making $200,000. She cannot even speak English. Yes, she lived in USA, but she wasn't speaking English. She was speaking Korean, and then there's a translator. But that moment actually, every time I attended the seminar, which always amazes me, it always opened my mind. Even an unskillful, right, unqualified people, but yet they still can make it success in Atomy. In other MLM, forget about it. If you lack of skills, you're not going to be successful in that MLM, right? In that type of marketing. But they were able, not just her. I look at to the video in Korean, so many old people making 100,000, 200,000. Some of them, they are 400,000. It's unbelievable, right? I also have a picture with Star Master Ju Yong Park. He was my online mentor, right? I learned a lot from his 8 Steps to Success. All his video, I already watched it. You name it, I watched it already. Not one time, 20 times, right? These are my upline as well, Diamond Master Cheryl, beautiful upline. I have a lot of amazing upline, right? I'm really grateful with my journey. Then the third one, you have to keep sharing the good news. That's what I did. Wherever I go, I keep sharing. One time I was in the restaurant having a breakfast. This was in September 2019. I met this beautiful family. They had a birthday party, a small birthday party in that restaurant. We ended up talking to each other. I say hi, and then actually my sponsor who opened the conversation, right? And then we ended up trading the contacts, and she ended up becoming one of my leaders. She's a sales master now and soon to become a diamond master. So, but I didn't take a picture of all of my strangers, right? Not all of them wanted to be taken on the picture, but she is one of them. This is probably one of hundreds of my prospecting, right? This is my cold contact prospecting. But I was so happy that I took this moment, and then she actually still remember it. And whenever she look at that photo, she always said, "Mike, thank God you took the photo." So it reminds her that you have to keep sharing. You have to keep sharing of the good news of Atomy, right? Because regardless of your situation right now or the challenges that you're facing right now, that this could be your turning point. You never know. Without her, I wouldn't become a diamond master. Without her, I wouldn't be making the amount of income that I'm making right now. So these are all the work of the partners, not myself. We have a limitation, but when you work with your partners, it's limitless. Then wherever I go to my church, at the end of the service, I didn't mingle. I didn't have a fellowship with all these church members. But what I did was, I went back to my car, took many shopping bags, not boxes. I just started with shopping bags. And then when I keep growing my consumer, and then it become boxes, 1 boxes, and then 2 boxes, and then sometimes 3 boxes. My trunk is full of boxes and full of shopping bags. This is what I did before the COVID. Even though I wear jackets, nice jackets, right? Looks like a professional, but I was delivering products. And even I got called as a shampoo seller by one of my friends. Look at that, Mike is shampoo seller. He was just sipping his coffee, eating cookie, right? I was just busy delivering. I didn't care. They called me names. I didn't care because I know that this is the company that make me success in my life, right? So I just keep doing this every week. Keep sharing everywhere I go. I love to go to the restaurant eating, right? That's one of my hobby. Wherever I go, I have samples in my trunk because when I get commission, $70, I didn't use it. I didn't use it for my personal. But instead, I purchased toothpaste, purchased toothbrush for the sake of sharing. So wherever I go, I had this toothbrush to give out, right? I give out 5 this weekend. Then the next weekend, I give out 10. I keep giving out. I didn't care. I just keep spreading seeds. I didn't know which seed is going to keep blooming, right? The growth of my groups and of myself, I had facial gatherings every weekend. So every weekend I wasn't busy with friends barbecuing. No. All my years in 2019 was helping my partners had the facial gathering. I told them, hey, what do you do on the weekends? Oh, I had this gathering with my friends. Is it about Atomy? Oh, no. This is about this and that. Cancel it. You make your own gathering, facial gathering, and I will be there. I will explain about the product. My wife will teach you how to make the facial. Okay. 1 partner, 2 partner, 3 partner, 4 partners. Every weekends, I'm always busy with this kind of gatherings. And I was actually feeling sorry for my son because he was just playing gadgets, right? All the time during this presentation. But that was the price that we all have to make. You could have children, right? You could have family members that you have to take care of. You have to pay the price. These were the prices that I made for myself. I help my partners grow their business by creating a lot of gatherings. This was my activities on the weekends. One gathering after another gathering. Okay, how long is the drive? 2 hours? Okay, you come with me in the car, same car, we go there. 3 hours, we go. Doesn't matter. 3, 4 hours, we always go. We just want to keep sharing about the Atomy. Every weekend, I always have picture of people with the white masks, white faces. I love them, right? I keep posting to my group chat. I keep posting to my Facebook. I tell the whole world know that I'm doing this business called Atomy, right? The year 2020, in January, I was invited by my uplines to share about Atomy Vision at my center, Toronto Success Center, their center, not my center, right? I was invited to share about the Atomy Vision. I actually become one of the speaker. I explained that this year, 2020, is my big year, my biggest year, right? I plan to be a Diamond Master in April 2020. As you all know, in December of 2019, the first COVID was happening in Wuhan, China, right? I wasn't thinking that this virus will go to USA or Canada. We're too far, right? So I was thinking, oh, I'm fine. I will become a Diamond Master in April. But what's happened? The pandemic in March. The whole world shut down. Remember? The moment that the WHO declared that we're in the pandemic, the whole world shut down, lockdown in Canada. In Canada, when the government says lockdown, they really mean it. If they found you have a gathering, they're gonna fine you a penalty of $10,000. So I wasn't brave enough to have a facial gathering like before. All my partners shut down. No one were brave enough to have the meeting. Even me, I was so scared. Not because of the COVID, I'm fine because I took him, but I'm afraid of the fine of $10,000. I didn't have the money for $10,000. So I said to all my partners, okay, we have to shut down. We have to follow the government rules. No one-day seminar. If you know, the success system is seminars, right? If there's no seminars, no success academy, no center meetings, what's going to happen? Your business stops. Your business stops. So year 2020 started with amazing vision that I plan to be a Diamond Master. In the first quarter, March, all the plans shuttered. All the plans that I wrote down in my life scenario crumbled. I was unable to become a Diamond Master. Definitely. When my partner didn't become Sales Master, of course I didn't become a Diamond Master. It's very natural, right? Then during the pandemic, what happened? I was so blessed that Atomy Canada changed everything to become online. YouTube, Facebook Live, and then Zooms to seminars online. Online Success Academy as well. Online center meetings with all these uplines. I was so happy. Oh, it means we still can grow, even though, yes, there's a learning curve. We have to educate all our partners. You have to install the Zoom. This is the YouTube channel that you have to subscribe. So there are learning curves to educate our partners. Then what happened during the pandemic, March, two of my partners said, Mike, I wanted to challenge for the Sales Master. Of course, when you're an upline, when you're a good leader, when your members want to challenge, of course you're going to cherish for them. Even though this is not going to benefit you, right? It's only one leg, but I still cherish them. Yes, you can do it. Don't worry about the pandemic. Even though we were in the midst of the pandemic, we're in the start of the pandemic, it's going to get worse. People are actually tightening their belt, right, for the expenses. But these two partners actually want to go out and share about Atomy and challenge for the Sales Master. Another one, in August, two new Sales Master. Because in Indonesia, in August, they launched Him. So this PV keep flowing, and then they become Sales Master. Amazing. And in December, another two new Sales Master, right? When you have two new Sales Master and I have existing Sales Master maintaining their auto Sales Master, I automatically become Diamond Master. So that is the power. When you help your partners succeed, your success is inevitable. Then 2021, more partners keep challenging. One by one become sales master. I think there's over a dozen in my lineage become sales master. Some of them now, they're trying to become Diamond Master as well. So that is what happening during the pandemic of 2020. This year, 2021, I actually prayed to my God. I asked him for his wisdom. What can I do more for my groups in 2021? Because when you only focus on your own success, your growth will be limited. But when your focus is about all your partners' successes, then your growth will be limitless. So actually, God revealed to me that, Mike, you have to do outside your lineage, get to know other global leaders. Get to know outside your groups. All this year, over 2 years, yes, you've been grown to become a leader in your own network. Yeah, right? You are not in your own network. Now it is the time for you to get out. That was the revelation from God to me in 2021. So I was thinking, what should I do? Because I didn't have this connection with all these global leaders. I didn't know them. Personally, I know them from their success video or their CS Atomy video, but I didn't know them personally. So I remember I had my Atomy International YouTube channel. Why didn't I use that? Right? So I looked though their contacts from Instagram, from Facebook. I tried to acquainted to them, right? Just to introduce myself that, hey, I'm the owner of Atomy International. I would like to do the one-on-one interview, and then we want to share about your success globally. Then we all can learn. This is what happened. In May 2021, I started interviewing one by one global leaders from Canada, from Malaysia, from USA, from Singapore, from Russia, from Korea, from Australia. This keeps doing even until now, right? But it's not easy because these all global leaders are very, very busy with their schedules. It's not easy to get their schedule. I was so fortunate to get them into my programs in the Atomy one-on-one global leaders interview. So I make friends with them, and we ended up exchanging our contacts, and then we keep talking, right? That was my first achievement in 2021. And in July 2021, I actually achieved my auto sales master pin. Because for me personally, to get this auto sales master pin in Canada was actually the hardest. Let me explain why it was the hardest. In Canada, to get this pin, you are qualified not like in other countries. You just take 12 months before. If you are able to achieve 12 times auto sales master in any months, you're gonna receive the pin. But in Canada, it's not like that. We have this system called VIP. For you to be entered to the VIP, you have to achieve 6 times auto sales master within a period. There's also a period. So the first period was from January to June. That was the first period. The second period was from July to December. For you to get the pin, you have to be in 2 consecutive periods. So it means you have to achieve period 1, period 2. If you only achieve in period 1, let's say you achieve 10 times auto sales master, right? In period 1, yes, you become VIP. But in period 2, if you only achieve twice, it means you didn't achieve the VIP on the second period, right? You have to achieve 6 times. That means your second period failed, even though on the next year period, the period 1, you achieve another 6, you're not gonna get the pin. So you have to be consecutively achieve the VIP status. So of course, not so many, it's only 120 had this pin. But in July, they changed the structure. So anyone within the first month of the period, you can achieve 12 times, right? At the beginning of the month, let's say this is October, the 18th, that means on the November the 1st, you can start new as your achievement for 12 times, right? Then in July, I was informed by Atomy Canada, I achieved this. Wow, I was so blessed because, not because the pin. Not because of the status of the Canada VIP, but because of the system that I wanted to prove that this system works. It means I can show to all my partners that you can be here too one day. You can be in my position too one day. That was my intention, to show to my group that don't give up. Remember, this pin will be yours if you do not give up. But if you give up, of course, you're not gonna get this pin, right? So that was in July 2021. In August, I created, because a lot of my members, a lot of my lineage are Indonesian, right? I think about 3/4 of them are Indonesian. I was feeling selfish because all this time I was only supporting my English partners, but I didn't do enough for my Indonesian partners. I remember again that I had my a YouTube channel. What can I do for my Indonesian partners? So in August, I created another program just for Indonesian partners, Atomy Stories. So what happened in these stories was I invited Indonesian leaders, successful leaders, into my program, sharing about their journey, about their story, how they become successful, or some of them are still struggling. I want all my partners, not all just my partner, but globally to know. Because in a seminar, their time is so limited. Their time is so limited, can share maybe like 15, 20 minutes, that's it, right? But in this Atomy story, they can share as long as they want, as long as they are able to, right? 2 hours, go ahead. Some of them like 2.5 hours, go ahead. You can share as many as you want, right? This is the Atomy story, and still keep going. So every Friday, consistently, I host this Atomy story. So if you're in Malaysia, you can of course be more than welcome to join. You probably understand 70% of what we talk, right? But it's pretty much similar language. So this happening Friday after Friday, even until end of this year. I have a full lineups of speakers for my Atomy story. I actually already starting filling up my January lineups, right? So this is my achievement in 2021. I want to grow my groups and also globally. And then in September, we had our first global business class. Remember, I had the global leader interview back in May. Then I get to all of them, hey, why didn't we create it like a joint programs, right? Because we're all leaders. We are all want to have business partners. Why don't we create our business class? So I gather all these leaders, amazing leaders, successful leaders, right? And they, not all of them agree. Not all their uplines support it. Some of them actually opposed it, this program. Why did you join other groups? Why did you help other groups to grow? And why did they copy our program? And so on and so forth, right? So many confrontation, so many challenges before we start in September. But I'm so grateful. All these leaders, they stayed. None of them actually backed out. None of them actually against of the idea of having success of this Atomy globally. So they all support it. I think some of you probably familiar with Rebecca Wong in Malaysia. These are your top uplines, right? James Chang in Singapore, he's very famous for his supplements. Jason Shim, Royal Master in USA. And all these leaders, except me, I'm nobody here, right? So all these leaders are amazing leaders, successful leaders. JC Kapun, very famous in Canada as well, in Malaysia especially, right? So all these amazing leaders, I learned a lot from them. So this is my achievement as well in 2021. And in September also, I created a little small like mini ODS. I actually learned this from Jessica Poon. I actually attended her mini ODS a couple weeks ago. I thought to myself, wow, this is amazing. This is what happened. When you open your network to other leaders, you actually learn other good things from other leaders. I asked her permission, Jessica, may I copy your programs? Because I found that this is really, really good, right? You actually involve your partners to become speakers, to become involved in the seminars. Not the big seminars, a small seminars. So I involved all my partners who really wanted to become involved, right? Who really wanted to grow in Atomy. So I asked them, do you want to become part of the mini ODS? Not long seminars, company introduction, 10 minutes, marketing, 10 minutes, product sharing, 10 minutes. Usually it's about like 20, 25 minutes. You can do it 10 minutes. If you can go longer, go ahead. This is my first mini ODS in September. We're gonna do this every month, not every week, every month. So give them no pressure, right? And then give them time to gather all the material so they can learn. So this is happening every month, but this is only close to my group. It's not being published. It's not being live streamed on YouTube. No, it's just for me to have them a platform to grow. That's the only point, right? When they're ready, then they can go to the global or to the bigger stage. That was in 2021 happening. So I want to share to you the secret to success in Atomy, because I believe my siblings' success is my success. My cross-line success is my success. This is what our CEO wants. Because imagine, if you succeed more than me, let's say Jessica Poon is my sibling success, her groups succeeded, what's gonna happen? They're gonna reach the top first, right? They're gonna reach the income ceiling first, these 50 millions. These are the income that they can only earn in Atomy, 50 million PV every day. But if their PV, if Jessica Poon become Imperial Master, her daily PV will be like 500 million every day, right? This overflow, 450 millions, flow to the pool, and those pool of PV will flow to my groups with global groups, right? So remember this, your sibling success is your success. This is what I learned. Your partner's success is also your success. So always cherish other people's success by understanding the company motto. Like I said, this is the motto that really transformed me. Cherish the spirit. We have to value all people, not to use people for our own benefits, right? But we use the money to love the people. And create the vision. You must have a vision in life. Without the vision, you're gonna stray away. You similar like you don't have GPS. You want to go to the one point, but you don't know where to go. You just put in the GPS, right? You just follow the path. When it says left, you go left, right. That is the vision. You have to have a vision of life. Follow the faith. Yes, you may not be there. You may not at the destination yet, but when you have faith that one day you're going to be there, you will be there. Then lastly, when you are there, serve in humility. Serve other people. Not just being prideful that, hey, I achieved something, but why don't you try serving other people so they can become in your shoes? That is the company motto, serve in humility. The 8th step to success. Because every successful people, they follow these steps. Similar like when you're baking a cake, there are steps, right? You put the flour, you put the milk, you put the water, and then you mix it. You cannot just right away put a flour or sugar into the oven, right? It's not gonna make a cake. You have to follow these steps of success as well in Atomy. First, you set a goal. Create your dreams. Why you want to become successful? Why? Why do you have to be successful? Ask yourself. If you haven't got the answer, try harder. Create it if you haven't won, right? Once you already have a dream, chase it with determination. Chase it with commitments, right? It means you are committed to succeed. And then the third one, you create your own list, contact list. Doesn't matter who they are. As long as they pops up in your mind, put it down. Write it down. When you meet people in the bus or subway, train, MRT, write them down. Make a list. Once you make a list, you invite them. Not to explain about the company compensation plan, not to explain about 3 hours company introduction. No. All you have to do, invite them into the system. Hey, just 1 minute. Tell them, I'm in the business of this called Atomy. Would you like to know it? This doesn't have any sales. This doesn't require to stock any products. This doesn't require to maintain, right, every month. This doesn't require to pay to become a business partners or to become a member. Just 1 minute. If you're interested, come with me. I will explain it to you, or my uplines or my sponsor will explain it to you. Invite them to the system. And then once they're invited, the next step is you explain about the business. You could explain about the company, introduction, or you could help your uplines, your sponsor help you. You could explain about the products that you already use, not from somebody else. What the product that you use, those are the one that you share, right? You share about the company vision. We want to have the customer success, not just customer satisfaction. We want to go beyond our customer satisfaction to make our customer success. We want to become the largest distribution hub in the world. We want to change the history of network marketing. These are the company vision. You explain about this. And then the next step is you follow them up, right? These all new people just heard once. They're not going to remember it one time. You follow them up within 48 hours. You ask them, what do you think about what you just learned 2 days ago, 1 day ago, right? And then once you follow them up, you follow them through until they become successful. They might be partners that are interested to become successful in the Atomy. Those are the ones that you follow through. The one that you follow up, the one that you want to become your customer. The one that you follow through, these are the ones that are to become your business partners. Once you follow up and follow through, of course, you're going to do consultation. Once in a while, you ask them, why don't we have a meeting? Let's ask me and I will answer you. Consult. And also consult to your uplines. Don't feel that you are already knowing everything, right? We all keep learning. Even until today, I still keep learning every day from my uplines, from leaders. This is the thing that you have to keep learning. Consultation. The last one, duplication. Once you do from 1 to 7, these are all your efforts, all your energy, until you duplicate, then you're going to be burned out. It means from 1 to 7, you just keep doing it for yourself, then nobody's duplicating, then you're going to burn out. Most people, they're confused between duplicating and copying. They're thinking, oh, that royal master is already a success. I just want to be like him. So what I did was I bought his car. He drives a Mercedes. I bought a Mercedes. Oh, he lived in the 5-bedroom house. I bought a 5-bedroom house, right? I just want to copy what he's doing. No, that's wrong. That is copying. Like a tree. If you want to duplicate a good tree, you cannot make another tree from plastic, right? This is a copy of that original tree. But what you want to do, you take a seed from that tree, you plant it on the ground, and you help this tree to grow to its own tree. That is what we call duplication. Not copying as a plastic tree. It doesn't have a life, but you take a seed, you plant it, you make it grow, and you help it to grow until it becomes a good tree. That is the duplication. The next one, the life scenario. This is important as well. Because not having your own blueprint of your own life, how can you know that where you're going in the next year? How can you know in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years where your life is going? This is important, the life scenario. The daily 8 core habits. This is also important. The reason is all successful people and unsuccessful people, we all have habits. Also unsuccessful people, what are their habits? Watching Korean drama 4 to 8 hours every day. They sit on the couch for 6 hours scrolling on the Instagram or Facebook feeds. These are the unsuccessful people habits. But what are the daily 8 core of successful people habits are? The first one, reading. All leaders, if you ask them, do you read every day? Their answer will be yes, because leaders are readers. And the second thing, they watch the video. They watch not any video. We watch Atomy VODs. We watch it every day. Most people watch what? Prank video on the YouTube. Nothing wrong with that. It's fun. I love those videos too. But does it help you bring you closer to your dreams? Does it help you bring you closer to your success? Most people watch the news 24/7. They know inside out all the politics. They know inside and outside of the COVID, right? All the viruses strain. They know. If you ask me how many strain in COVID, I don't know. How many numbers in Canada is having, I don't know. I don't watch news. Not because I'm ignorant. I can always tune in to any radio for 5 minutes. I know the story of the whole world. That's it. That's all I need to know. 5 minutes. I know everything what's happening in the whole world. But most people, they watch TV, they watch news like this is their food. But what you have to do, you convert it to Atomy VODs. You watch for CEO Angel Park, you watch for the 8 Step to Success from Ju Yong Park, you watch for the Dr. Lee, right, about the habits. You all have to watch the VOD from Atomy. This is the second core habit. And then the third one is use Atomy product. You have to wake up with Atomy products and going to sleep, going to bed with Atomy products. It means you have to use everything in Atomy store. If you haven't used it, you are not a leader. You are not trying to become successful. You are not putting your 100% effort to become successful. Use our products. And then the second one, and the fourth one is share your experience of using the product. You share the Atomy product. You could share about the vision of the company. You could share about the company introduction. You could share anything about Atomy that you feel that finds benefit to your life. And then the fifth, attend the meetings. So whenever your upline tells you, hey, we have a meeting tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m., be in there. Be on time. Be part of that meetings. What can I do to help you? What can I do? Maybe I can help you present this. Be a part, not just being attendance, not just being a spectator. Be a part of the meetings. Because you want to succeed, be a part of their meetings. And the sixth, show the plan. You have to show the plan to everyone every day. It doesn't mean that you have to show 3 hours every day. No, you have to just share 1 minute of your vision. Why are you in Atomy? Why do you want to become successful in Atomy? Your vision, tell them. Because Atomy become really this successful of our CEO's vision, right? But all these 9 Imperial Master, they become Imperial Master not because our CEO's vision. They become Imperial Master because they own visions. They own vision to become successful. So yes, at first maybe you have your own vision. Then you tell your members, this is my vision. This could be your vision as well. When they already have their vision, they're not going to stop. Because what they're doing is for their vision, not your vision. Some people ask me, Mike, how come I have a hard time inviting people to the meetings? Yes, because they attended the meeting of your vision, not their visions. But once you show your vision to their vision and they change, now they have their own vision, they're going to keep attending meetings because it is own vision. All my partners, they attend meetings not because I force them. Nobody's being forced in my groups. But they keep attending because they attend of their own vision. They know where they're going. So show the vision. It's really important. Show the plan. 7, consultation, similar to the 8 step. You have to consult up and down, right? If your upline is not good, don't consult to them. Look for another uplines. They are really success-minded uplines, right? There are so many uplines over there. You always find the good uplines to consult. Once you consult, then you consult with the upline as well. And the last one, build the trust. It's important to have trust. Because without trust, people buy products from you not because of the Atomy. People buy products or join Atomy not because of Atomy, because of the trust with you. The more trust that you have with them, it's easier to share about your ideas, to sell about the ideas, right? They join to Atomy because they trust you. So if you're a person of not likable, not trustable, you're gonna have a hard time doing this business. So change yourself first before even you do everything in Atomy. Change yourself first to become a good or better person. There's so many video in YouTube. You can always find the motivational, inspirational, right? You can learn from there. Duplicate. Once you're doing this, you have to duplicate. So I just want to close with this, the difference between movement and progress. A lot of people is like this. When I try to invite them, when I try to share about Atomy, they said, Mike, you know me, I'm busy. I'm busy with my 2 jobs. I'm busy with my 3 jobs. I'm busy with my daughters going to the ballet, going to the dance. I'm busy with my son with the piano. All they say is busy, busy, and busy. I don't have time for this business called Atomy. These people are like this. They're only running in the same wheel over and over. Their life is not even progressing to better or to closer to their dream. They are just running in the same place for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. By the time they got 50, 60, they're still doing the same thing. Don't be in this movement trap. You think that you are achieving something by being busy. You think that you are achieving or fulfilling your life that being busy. But not. It's not. You are just running in the same movement. But what you want to do is progress. Even though it feels that it's really slow, you know that today I'm actually a meter higher. Tomorrow I'm actually 2 meters higher. So you know that you are getting higher and higher, progress and progress. So don't get in the trap of the movement. I'm a busy guy. I drove 4 hours every day. I used to. Now I moved to a new house, my dream house. In 2019, I moved this new house. This was my dream house. But before I moved to this house, before I met Atomy, I was in the movement trap. All I did was Monday to Friday, 12-hour outside, and then party on the weekend. I thought that I was fulfilling my life. I thought that I was progressing in my life. But after I met Atomy, it revealed to me that I wasn't doing anything. I was just paying my bills. Pretty much it. What if I lose my job? What if I'm sick that I couldn't go to work? What if my wife stopped working? Right? Where are this money? What about my mortgage payment, car payment, bills coming? I don't have anything. I'm in the movement trap. But when I'm in Atomy, yes, my early years, I didn't feel any compensation from Atomy. I feel like that I was wasting my time to work in this Atomy business, making $70 there, $140 there, $200 there. Where's this money say? $2,000 a month being an auto sales master, $4,000 a month being an auto diamond master, right? I didn't see it. But did I stop? I keep progressing. I keep being a better version of Mike every day. That is the progress. So all of you, Atomians, make sure you're not in the movement trap. Make sure, even though as you are slow as a tortoise or turtle, as long as you keep progressing, you know that you're progressing. Do it. Do it. Don't give up. Keep plugging to the system. You all have amazing uplines. Consult with them. Talk to them. Right? How do you keep progressing? This is the key. First, stop wasting your time with negative people. You have to prune your trees. You cannot please everyone. Even God cannot please everyone. Some people, they want rain. Some people, they want sun, dry, right? But do God please everyone? No. What makes you think you can please everyone? So, negative people, cut them. Stop wasting time with them. When they say no, move to the next person. Move to the next person. Your community makes you. Because I've read this quote. When you I forgot the words. When you associate with 5 millionaires, you're gonna be the 6. When you associate with 5 positive people, you'll be the 6. When you associate with 5 idiot people, you will be the 6. So it's all up to you. You want to be the 6, you better change your community. You want to become successful in Atomy, you better change your community. If I already show you my poster, that business class, I'm within that 5 successful people. Not just 5, 8 successful people. then guess what? I'm gonna be the ninth, right? Stop wasting with the negative people. Invest. Invest in the products. You must use Atomy product. Otherwise, you don't know how good our product is, right? You have to invest on yourself. You have to be a better version every day. And then the last one, invest in your partners. Invest in them. Invest your time. Invest everything on your partners. Make them successful. And then keep checking your why. This is the life scenario. Without your life scenario, you don't know why you should be successful in Atomy. You don't know why you should be making this amount of income. You don't know. Then you're going to waste it. You think that being rich is successful? No. A balanced life is successful. A balanced life meaning you live well, you love people all around you, right? You love your parents, you love your family, you love your spouse, you love your neighbors, and then you learn for yourself. You keep learning. You enjoy your vacation, you learn how to cook, you learn how to this and that. Keep learning. And then the last one, contribute. Who do you want to help? Who do you want to donate? Have you donated to your church? Have you donated to your mosque? Right? Be a part of their success from your income, because it's not about how much you make every month, but how much can you do with what you make. That is more important. And then more action than learning. This is the 8th step to success. Most people, they keep attending Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after seminar after seminar, but there were no action. What I told my partners is, your learning should be only 20%. The remaining 80%, these are your action. More action than learning. Yes, you might be a baby right now. You still learn 24/7. It is fine. But there will be time that you cannot crawl anymore. Then you have to stand up. You might fall 1 or 2 times. It's okay. But once you stand up, you have to keep walking, right? You have to do more action than the learning. And then you have to track your progress. This is important, the daily 8 core habits, the one that I told you. Without any tracking, you don't know if you're progressing or if you're just running in the circle. Anything that are not trackable, not measurable, you cannot achieve it. You have to have something that you can track it or you can check it, right? Then you know that you're progressing. Then last one, stop comparing yourself with other people. Yes, your uplines, they succeed. Your downlines maybe succeed before you. Cherish for them. It's okay, because we're going to meet at the top anyway. We have the income ceiling anyway. Let them be. Let them meet their success. It's okay, because you are racing with yourself. You're not racing with your partners. You're not racing with other people outside your groups. No, you are racing with yourself. That's how you progress. I just want to close with this couple of quotes. The first one is from Jim Rohn. Success is something that you attract from the person you become. Success is not something that you chase. Most people think, oh, I have to chase my success. No, the more you chase, the further it runs away actually. So what you have to do, become a better person. Become a good person that is likable, that people like to become around you. Change. Then the success you will attract to you. You don't have to chase it. This success will come to you. Then the last quote from Denzel Washington. Don't aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. This is important. Most people, they are thinking that, oh, I have to make a lot of money. I have to make this amount of income. So that means I'm successful. No. You are just making a living. After you're paying the bill, this and that, paying your lifestyle, that's it. But why don't you change it? Why don't I make a difference in this world? Why don't I make a change in this world? Start from your own circle, maybe from your family, maybe from your own Atomy families, right? Make a difference within your own circle before you can make a difference in the world. I hope everyone's success. Thank you everyone for listening to my lecture, and I'll see you all at the top. Thank you everyone.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.